Hi guys, Carl here from KJD Photography, and thanks for watching this video. I have a very special guest in studio today. We have the amazing Donna Naidoo.
Hi.
So we're going to have a bit of a light show, not too rigid, not too stiff. It's going to be quite sort of, if we had a coffee, it would be great. But
Right?
But I'm just going to go through how I met Donna, how we started working together, and what was our first shoot. Well, sort of first shoot as a photographer, as the photographer.
As a half photographer.
Yeah, and then sort of go through some questions with Donna, which she will share some insight from her experience as a model, and really share some valuable insight there. I just also want to give Tamba Broadcasting Systems a shout out, because they make this possible by sending us this A10 Mini Pro. So if you want to see what these guys actually supply, they do all the Blackmagic design hardware. They do everything from TriCasters, they do OB van installations, they do the whole lot. So go and check out their website. Go and check out their social media, and a big thanks to them for getting this ATM Mini Pro through to us. It's really awesome. And then I will share just now on how important it is to have someone like Donna to actually work with as a photographer when you need to create content.
Thanks, Carl.
Because she is really, truly amazing, and there's a doorbell or whatever that was. But I always put my phone on airplane mode. I don't know what. But we'll be sort of having, as I said, it's going to be very relaxed. Who knows what's going to happen? And yeah, I think it's just going to be very insightful what she's going to be sharing. And then also, as I said, I will share how important it is to have a Donna Naidoo under your belt in your photography business.
Thanks, Carl.
So, how did it all start? Yeah, you probably don't remember.
I don't remember.
Exactly. So, literally, it was a phone call from a buddy of mine who's a photographer. He says, like, I've got this model coming through. And it did sound nervous. I don't know but anyway. So I said, okay, that's fine. I can come through, help you assist, set up the lighting. I said, what type of shoot is it going to be? He said, no, it's going to be white backgrounds and just straightforward portfolio update, I think it was.
No.
What was it for?
It was for the newspaper.
Oh, he didn't tell me that.
Oh.
So, as I said, I'm the assistant. I don't get told anything. All I get told to do is how to set up the lights, and that's what I did.
But he shot the photo. That was in the newspaper.
Yeah, I did shoot some snaps. I couldn't resist. You were standing there, you looked so great, I had to snap the pics.
Thanks, Carl.
So anyway, we did the shoot. I think it was 4, maybe 5. 5. Okay. 5 outfits. I think it happened quite quickly. It didn't take too long.
It wasn't a long shoot.
Snap, snap, snap. And next thing I know, Donna is going to a car, and she's leaving, and she was driving this little white Persian.
Oh, wow. You remember?
See, that's how much of an impact you actually made.
Oh, my word.
So after she left, I thought to myself, my word, my head is like spinning. I'm thinking, this lady is so confident in front of camera. It's actually scary.
Is that what you thought?
Yeah.
I was nowhere near confident, guys.
Well, obviously I saw something. So you were really putting something out there, because it was really, I thought, if I take any concept, I could throw it away and she'll be able to actually pull it off.
I think he has more confidence in me, right?
No. So after all that is done, I think it was probably about a week later, I think we became friends on Facebook. I think it didn't take that long. I think it did.
Yeah, it did, because we didn't speak to each other during this shoot.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know she was not happy with the shoot, or
I was
like-
just so introverted. You were not getting a word out of me.
So basically, I took a week, made contact, made friends on Facebook, and then a little bit after that, I said, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, are you keen? Would you
I
like
was
to
like,
shoot that?
yay, of course. Who
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do Lara Croft?
So that was it. And then we actually set up the shoot, and voila, it was success. I still use the images. People
I
still
still
love
love the images.
it. Yeah, it
They
was
were amazing, hey?
it was a real crazy shoot, but it was good. Our first shoot over 12 years ago.
Yeah, and it's been going well.
And the images still get used today by us.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, so that was how I met. And then literally after that, we did some real crazy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the Tomb Raider was actually quite crazy because I had you sort of balancing across things and holding background stands and
That was a proper gym workout, is what he's trying to say.
yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then I'm sure we're going to touch on some of those crazy shoots further into the show. But there is a couple of questions I would like to ask.
But of course.
And I think if anybody out there is actually wanting to become a model, or you are a model and maybe you're stuck in a rut, maybe some of these answers will actually help them
Hopefully.
go forward and even start a successful modeling career. So, can you tell me a bit about yourself, Donna?
Oh, me. Not much to tell. I think I'm quite humble, integrous. I keep up to my commitments
Yes.
for the most part,
Yes.
for all parts.
Yes.
Yeah, I love life. I'm free-spirited, and I love my family and friends, so they generally priority above work.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And I can say, I think after 12 years, I think we've become quite good friends over the years. So how did you enter into the world of modeling?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting one. I had attended a seminar, or if you would like to call it a training, at the time called Inquest. Yeah, so that had a profound change, if you would like to call it, on my life. We challenged like different levels of risk and experiences and all of that. And I'm not actually allowed to speak of those experiences out loud, as it affects the experiences of other people that might want to attend the seminar. But what did come out of that was me climbing out of my box. I was always in this little box of mine. And yeah, one of the things I enjoyed doing was modeling, but it never quite took flight because of my own, I would like to call them insecurities. If you would, yeah, maybe that's the label I'll give it. But yeah, after going to that or attending that seminar, it had a drastic change in my life. And one of the challenges that I was given was to go out there and put my feelers out there in the modeling industry and see how I would come back feeling about it, and whether it was something that I would like to pursue in the future, etc. Yeah, so that's how my mind initially wrapped itself around the whole modeling idea.
Sure. So you came out of your box.
I climbed out of my box.
There's a lot of people that they want to try things, but they sort of have that, I can never do that type of feeling.
Yeah, I think it's not so much for me. My I can never do that was based on the fact that I was quite introverted. So those of you that are out there and that are introverted and shy will understand that it's not the easiest thing go out there into the world and put yourself out there, speak to other people, or, I mean, do something as drastic as modeling, especially if you're introverted.
Yeah, I think I can probably speak on that even myself. And I think the photography industry has also changed where now you got to be out there more in people's faces and sort of be on YouTube even, Facebook. How do you feel the modeling industry has evolved over the years
In terms of?
in terms of maybe even looking at technology or even demands on the actual models themselves?
I think it's lessened. I remember when I first got into the whole modeling scene, fashion designers were quite strict about how you looked, how the garment was meant to fit, etc., etc. And being skinny was a thing. Like you had to be okay. In my defense, I didn't go out there and plan on being skinny or anything. I always wanted to be fatter. And nothing would work. But that's besides the point.
Not even a Twinkie.
Not even my favorite Tinkies, no. Yeah, so the thing is, I think the demands on being or looking a certain way was quite extreme then. Fashion designers didn't quite budge with your size and things like that. And I think that's taken quite a positive turn now, whereby there's quite a demand for plus size models, which I think is fabulous. And different looks. I'm not just talking about race, but I'm just talking about kinds. I think at that point in time, you always went for the very interesting look. But what was the interesting look, really?
Yeah,
because each designer had their own idea of what they perceived as interesting. So I think we've evolved nicely since then.
some of those looks were
It's
quite
much
crazy.
more inclusive. Yeah, they were.
Ask.
Sure.
What was your biggest challenges that you actually came against starting your modeling career?
Oh, yes. My biggest challenge was that I was too short. I Yeah, heels make me look quite tall, guys. So I always loved ramp modeling. Yes, I was into photography and all of that, as Carl knows. We did some crazy shoots together, but my passion fell mostly into ramp modeling. And when it came to ramp modeling, they measured you properly. Like you had to take off your shoes and you had to make sure your hair was down. You couldn't like improvise and add a bun on top of your head or what have you. So, yeah, I didn't reach anywhere near 1.72. So, yeah, that was one of my biggest challenges.
Sure.
I did overcome it though.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So you were barefoot, flat head, and yet you overcome it.
Yeah, manifestation works wonders.
It does. Speak it. Speak it.
Yeah, speak it and I shall have it.
And
And literally that, yeah. I was very blessed and very lucky, I think, to be approached by quite a few different designers, the likes of David Clale, Pranovia's wedding gowns. I did De Beers Diamonds in Limpopo, all ramp work. All me still being 1.65. I mean,
Sure.
like my height didn't change or anything. I did House of Ole for a South African Fashion Week. I mean, things that girls still dream of doing. I think my dreams came true by having the opportunity to model for the likes of these South African designers.
sure.
Yeah, and
So
those
there
are
you
just a
go.
few. Yeah,
You don't have to be 1.7.
7'2".
So you can actually do
Yeah,
it.
I think I broke the norm on that one because I did have a lot of comebacks as to, but how did you do that? Because we were not allowed. I said, I don't have an answer for you. Like literally,
It just happened.
it happened.
So, what advice would you give the people out there who are wanting to become models? What advice would you give them in starting their modeling career?
I always say have a backup plan. Backup plan meaning always study something else other than your modeling career or going into your modeling career only. So if you are younger, coming out of school, I would say study for a certain degree that you would like to fall back on because generally modeling has a shelf life. So after a certain age or what have you, I'm sure now it's a little bit more inclusive than that. But after a certain age, generally, you need to find yourself a different way forward. Yeah, modeling is a passion. So if it's something you enjoy doing, I would say go out there and make the best of it. Be you, do you, don't try and be someone else. Don't try and copy the likes of someone else. It's very difficult to try and fit into someone else's shoes. They do things entirely differently. You need to make sure that you stay true to yourself. And don't be negatively influenced, I think, by this world of modeling because a lot happens behind the scenes that I think a lot of youngsters are not aware of. So just remember to remain true to yourself and do what's best for you.
Yeah, I think and it's also something I share with some of the guys that come through to the studio is, yes, they want to go into modeling and it's all fine and well. Go for it, make what you can, but have that backup plan. I think it's an important thing to actually have, whether it's working in your family's business or whether it's studying for degrees, just have a backup plan. So
100%.
not everybody goes to the age of 65 and still models, but I mean, they
65.
not saying that Donna is 65, but you people are modeling at older ages.
Yes.
But maybe I can answer half this question. How do you see technology and social media, how it has impacted the modeling industry?
I think there's pros and cons. I think social media has had a positive effect in a way that it's allowed models a lot more exposure. I think it's also given an insight when it comes to the public of the amount of work that goes into modeling. I think it's a preconceived idea by society that, I mean, it takes 2 minutes to be in front of a camera, click, you're done, and what's the big deal, you know? And I think
It's the same for photography as well.
right, but like the reality is, you have call time at 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you waiting to be seen by a makeup artist. Then you sitting in makeup for an hour. Then you sitting in with a hairdresser for another hour, what have you. Then you are doing a million takes on a certain scene if it's regarding acting or, I mean, even with your photography aspect of it. There's a million shots that are taken until the perfect one, you know, is received,
Depends
etc.
how we bend you out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he thinks I should be gymming half the time in the studio. So, you know,
You know what? If
yeah.
I always say a great shoot is you feel it the next morning.
Oh, thanks, Carl. I felt all of those. Yeah, those are the positives. I think the negatives, not so many negatives, but the negatives are the points where you are now blurring photos out of reality completely. I think, and that's what you'd probably be better at with touching on. I think it's become a norm where AI has stepped in now, and photos look completely unrealistic, as opposed to when a photographer would take a photo. Hey, Carl.
Yeah, so I think when it comes to AI, I mean, I think we learn to adapt. Obviously, new changes like when cameras change from film to digital, and AI is just another one of those things. But you've got to use it wisely.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I mean, I can use a bit of AI to enhance an image, but not change a person. I mean, I wouldn't use it to change a person
Exactly.
on that type of thing. So when you look at what may be happening in the future on modeling, where these guys now you can go into these AI packages, you can create a human looking image,
Imagine.
and it's literally so perfect, crystal sort of clear, and there's no defects, because I think half the time, especially in portraiture, it's the defects in a person that actually makes them unique.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
actually has that touch of their beauty about them, is that even though models do complain about all sorts of things,
Oh, yeah.
but it's part of their uniqueness, and it's part of it's
Part of
part
your
of
identity,
yeah,
guys.
it's an identity thing. So I think AI will come in, it will have its thing, but it will eventually sort of settle, and we'll all learn to use it just
Yeah,
like we
use it
use.
so that it doesn't create an unrealistic perception of what a person should look like.
Yeah, I mean, I never like to super smooth anybody.
We know.
I like to still
I think
see
he
the skin.
still, in fact, he adds more of the roughness to all the photos. He's always roughing me up.
No, it's not. It's not. No,
I'm
it's not that
joking.
bad. But there's always one thing. Oh, you missed this part.
Yeah, of course. Hello.
But I think technology is good when we work with it properly.
100%.
Otherwise, it can get out of hand. I mean, there's another question I want to ask, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of my shoots.
I don't doubt.
What was the most craziest?
I know where this is going.
What was the most craziest sort of shoot you've done, and why?
Ooh, I think if you are going to ask about fashion shows, I'd have one separately. But yeah, photography, you definitely put me into situations that I had to swim for my life.
We didn't put
No
her in
pun-
shark-infested waters, I promise you.
No
It was
pun
nothing like
intended.
that.
Yeah, but I think we did the milk shoot. Hey?
Oh, yes.
And that milk shoot was in smack of winter.
Why do we always shoot in winter?
I don't know.
'Cause
Why do you
there's a
always expect me to do shoots in winter?
Yeah.
Like, I was frozen.
Maybe it's the detail on your skin, the little lumps.
Goosebumps. Yeah, no. I think that was the craziest shoot. We had quite a few crazy shoots, I think, but that for me was freezing cold.
Yeah, I think it was my fault why it was cold,
Yeah.
because it it was before we actually changed the studio and having a nice sort of laminated glass window and a nice sliding door. We had this sort of roller shuttered garage type door. And the camera I was using before was a crop sensor camera, and I couldn't fit all the Donna in, so I had to stand outside.
So basically, he's saying he had the door open
A 6-meter door was open, and the wind was
in the
coming
middle
in.
of winter, whilst it was super windy, and I was being tossed at with milk.
But there was a positive side. You felt like Cleopatra afterwards.
For sure.
Your skin must have
After
felt...
like 6 hours.
No, it wasn't 6 hours. Was it
Maybe longer.
4? It was about 4, because I think that shoot, we did about 4 hours shooting, and I did about,
100 hours of editing.
I think it was about 6 hours in
Yeah,
post.
I thought so.
So literally stitching every little bit, but we'll get to those images when we have our little giggles and reminding us of the pain and the fun. But it was all in good fun.
No,
I
absolutely.
loved every minute of that. Because I wasn't the one being splashed with milk.
Of course. He's having fun messing me around.
Well, we invited the whole family in here, and they
Yeah,
took
Talia
turns.
and Tash were here. Amazing
And-
stuff.
So
Everyone
it's
got to throw me with milk. I just didn't get to throw them with milk. Unfair.
So tell me, have you ever been a cover model on a magazine?
Yes, I have.
Well, that's awesome.
It was actually an international magazine.
Okay, so this is what I want to know. I want to know the deep sort of feelings that you have when you see yourself on a magazine?
If this didn't say everything. Oh, wow. Honored, privileged, blessed, everything in between. I was literally the first South African model or cover model for that particular magazine. And I don't know if anyone has been on there since. So, yes, I felt pretty honored, blessed, super excited, in complete disbelief because I couldn't believe that that was me on a magazine. And the best part was the other magazine covers that had come before me and after me for as long as I followed them were all international actors and actresses.
Wow.
So I felt pretty,
Special.
excited and special and honored and blessed and
Gave you
all
the
of those wonderful goosebumpy stuff.
warm, fuzzy feelings.
Yeah, for sure.
The warm, fuzzy feelings. And actually, I think we got a copy of the magazine cover here somewhere.
I did get one of the hard copies, actually. I did.
And I didn't get one.
I'm sorry. One of my friends who he actually had his now fiance that was I think modeling in the country at the time, and she managed to get me a copy. So
She
I was
was
very
there
grateful.
as it was released.
Yeah,
Sure.
imagine.
That's obviously destiny that you had to have a copy. Eh?
Exactly.
So let me just bring up that cover because it was also shrink us down here. Now we're mini me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't reach it now.
Take two shortcake biscuits.
Let me go back to full.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the magazine cover. And you know what? I also get goosebumps over this magazine
Do
cover.
you?
Yeah. Not just because I was a photographer. I was the makeup artist.
I looked horrid
But you got on the front cover of a magazine.
with that picture also. I don't know how that happened.
How can you say my makeup is horrid?
Oh, my bad. I take it back. No, I said I looked horrid. But, oh, wow, yeah. That was a holy shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they obviously really took a liking to this
concept, yeah.
and the concept and the makeup and the hair. I think Donna did, as you can see there. Donna did her hair there. I just did the makeup.
Yeah, I can see where this is going.
But also her hairstyling did get onto the front cover of a magazine. So
Yeah, we did have quite a few of our images in that magazine, that particular magazine, hey?
yes,
How many pages was that?
I think you had a six-pager.
Yeah, 6-pager.
Six-pager. And I think some of our crazy shoots were in there. Like, I think the milk one was in there as well.
Oh, and the Cold River
Oh, yes.
shoot. Oh, wow.
Yeah, why do we do these things in winter? Why do you always phone me in winter to tell me to come and do a shoot?
I never called you.
So yeah, we've done some real crazy shoots, and I think this was also one of those ones where we really put a lot of effort into it.
I think there was the Mind Dump shoot in there.
Yes, the mind dump shoot, which we've got some of those images. I think that's a couple of the images that we've got. I don't think I'd pulled up the winter bikini one though. I just didn't want to traumatize you.
Frozen.
Look,
for
my
that.
feet were also like ice blocks.
I don't think that
my
gets
feet-
any sort of sympathy from me.
My feet.
I was the one in a bikini in freezing cold water. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it doesn't
okay.
get worse than that.
Take your point.
Yeah, and I had to, like, camp. No, not camp.
It was a hike.
It was a hike. I had to hike out
But
into
you
the
didn't
middle of
hike in your
nowhere.
bikini though, did you?
No,
No, we changed the
We
little-
changed. I think
Yeah.
Tash helped me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, she was holding the
With
big
wardrobe.
reflector because we didn't use a strobe. We just used I think it was a gold reflector, big
that's
reflector,
right, yes.
just to bring out all the beautiful color in Donna's skin and to match the winter foliage behind it. But it was a
But
cool image.
It was.
It was really cool.
Not denying that.
Good. See, you gotta suffer through some things to get those images, and it makes it more authentic.
That's what I said. Modeling is not easy, guys. Not easy.
Especially when you got a photographer that likes to make it tough.
Exactly. Gives me all the hard work.
But some of the other shoots that we did. So obviously we mentioned earlier where we became friends on Facebook, and I said to her, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
But who wouldn't want to do that? I would have been silly to say no.
So one of the images here, I'm going to put this one up because I think this one.
When I was flying around.
Yeah, let me
Acrobatics on
bring us
fleek.
down a bit here. So I'm gonna turn around a bit. This is why I have a swivel chair. So which way am I? Here. So literally
Other
the
way,
whole
dude,
Tomb
other way.
Raider flying across. So we had Donna holding a piece of metal background pole, which we then replaced with rope. Yeah.
The other way you're supposed to point.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up. Let me go to full.
Yeah,
'Cause then
because
I
you're
can-
pointing the wrong way.
Yeah,
We just need to get out of the picture.
yeah. So this was one of the actual
No, it wasn't
Tomb
really.
Raider shots, and as you can see, the rope that Donna's actually holding up there, which was actually a piece of metal background
Yeah.
pole or a light stand or something. It was just so that we actually had something in position, so we could put the rope, and we even put the little clamp there. So
Quite a lot
we
of
know.
acrobatics involved.
And I think we were on two little pieces of furniture,
Yes.
and you were twisted and saying, "Okay, just twist your body around a little bit more.
My body was not twisting any further.
Hold the gun up a little bit. Okay, keep it there." And eventually we got the shot. So I thought it was quite cool, and not to forget that this Tomb Raider shoot was actually planned quite well,
Oh, of course.
because we actually did this on green screen. And any photographer that's actually has tried taking pictures on green screen know the difficulties and the things that go with this. But not only that, I made the gun holsters.
He's a jack of all trades.
So these gun holsters on the leg here, which you can see just here, and the actual leg straps, those we actually made with black elastic sewed on Velcro, and we made the gun holsters with some sort of rubber sort of mat type stuff, and we stapled those together with upholstery nails and stuff.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff that goes into planning even before Donna even arrives in studio. But we make her work.
Oh, after they dress me up, I even get dressed up
Yes.
for Wonder Woman.
Oh, yes. That's us. We've done some like real superhero stuff, eh?
Yeah, some
Like
super
Lara
cool stuff.
Croft. I think Wonder Woman was cool. It was just before Comic Con,
Oh, yes.
and I just wanted to get some content out of that. So so if there's anybody that works at DC, and I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but in social media I've heard
I know
that
where
they
you're going
fired
with this.
Gal. But we have the perfect replacement.
Right?
We've got Donna here that she will quite easily slip into the role of Wonder Woman.
Of course.
She is a perfect match for playing Wonder Woman.
Thanks, Carla. Imagine.
Yeah, I think, and this is why I said when I met Donna for the first time at that shoot, I mean, I don't think I even said much. I don't think you even said much. You disappeared, and
I was so introverted. You weren't getting a word out of me.
yeah. So I thought, okay, that's why I said. After the pictures, she got in a car and off she went. That was it. And it was just in my head. Anything I throw at this lady, she's going to be able to pull off.
Voila.
There you go. There were some other fun ones as well we did where we...
The military vibe, Navy vibe shoot.
Yeah, so we did that. So this is what we called Priya's Revenge. So I actually wrote a whole story around this, and I sent Donna the story. So it was about this young girl that was out I don't think it's a bush in India, but I don't know what they call it over there, sort of in the forest or whatever. And when she came back, she discovered a whole village was burnt down. Yeah, this was like drastic for this. So she grew up training herself and took revenge. So that's why we call it Priya's Revenge. And this is who she was and who she is. She doesn't take any prisoners. She'll nail you big time. And we did a couple of shots, and I think on this location we were chased from the one area.
Oh, yeah, we were. But we hiked with this one as well.
Yeah.
A lot of hiking.
Yeah, so this one, now you can see.
This is what I mean. Can you see how he roughs me up? I mean, I literally look like I went to war, guys. I look like I went to war.
No, come on. You had to look like this too.
Look at my face.
You've just have all this bitterness to go and kill all these military guys that wiped out your village. I mean, it's not Bollywood and looking all. You got to look.
I could never look beautiful with him around.
Sure.
I'm kidding.
Like we have done some beauty shoots, but I think the images that we've selected here are obviously ones that we've actually
enjoyed them. Enjoyed a lot.
It's been fun, and having storylines behind the actual shoot also helps Donna get into the role even. Yeah?
Into gym. So I skip gym like a whole year, and I wouldn't say a whole year. We do more than one shoot a year. But I miss gym for a while. Then comes Carl, and gives me a proper workout to last a lifetime.
So we've done some other fun ones that didn't really require a workout, but it was quite messy. Besides the milk.
Which one? The flower?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did do the flower
shoot.
So
we just knotted your hair with flour.
Oh, yes.
And I think I got one of those here.
Didn't we also do... Oh, yes, this...
There you go. Look how long that hair is. So all this trail here that actually comes up. So Donna was crouched over, almost in like a fetal position, and we put all the flour in her hair. Which was great fun. I love doing this stuff too.
I feel like he just wants to torture me 20%.
So literally it was just caking her with cake flour.
Baking a cake.
And then I count to 3. And actually we got the shot quite quickly.
Yes, we did. It wasn't actually bad.
And it was actually, this is all the flour. So I mean there was a lot of flour in her hair, and you can see the big clumps of it at the back here. And what I loved about this image is the actual detail in the hair, because I've actually got a crop close-up, which I don't have with me, but you literally see all the hair and the flour all sort of mingled in, and it's actually quite awesome. So
we did also, didn't we do the ones where with the red satin sheet? And we did the one where Bring Back the Girls, where that wasn't a pretty shoot also.
Yeah, so... The red dress.
No.
Well, it wasn't a dress, actually.
A makeshift dress.
It was lots of pins and clips, and literally we took a red sheet.
No, Carl took a red sheet. Okay. Because Carl was dressing me up once again. Because not only is he my makeup artist,
There you go.
He also
I'm a
designs
stylist.
my wardrobe, he styles, yes. Dresses me up.
So we actually created this red dress, and I think it's in the intro. I think one of them's in the
Yes.
intro. I
Yes,
don't
yes.
have one of the images here. I mean, if I had to go and delve into the gigs of images that we've got, it's quite crazy, actually. I think we spend a lot of time in studio.
We did.
But anyway, this dress, we clipped it up behind, and literally, it did look like a dress.
It did. It did.
And then I was also putting the camera on remote, remember?
Oh, yes.
And then I was going up behind on it, and again, another piece of sheet and going,
Running to the front, grabbing the camera, and
repress, and then up again. So, yeah,
yeah, there
lots
was a lot
of
of
fun.
hard work.
I was the one working at that time.
Yeah, you needed payback. Well, I needed payback.
Yeah, so there was definitely a lot of fun in studio, and
A lot of
I know-
seriousness as well, as I said, with the
Yeah.
bring back
we had to bring back the
the
girls.
girls.
we
What was
also-
the other one we did?
We did a Mary Com inspired shoot as well. Remember, that was also making you look rough, and
Oh, yes.
the boxing shoot.
The
So
boxing shoot.
look at this.
Again, he makes me look so rough.
I mean,
Like
You
I
don't
went
go-
to war again.
you don't
With
go.
somebody.
You don't go into a boxing ring and come out looking like this. You know what I'm saying? You go into a boxing ring and you look like this. Am I right?
Sure.
Okay.
It works.
Look, I was the director on this shoot, so she didn't have a choice.
It works. It works.
But literally,
It was
this
a cool
one.
shoot, though. I loved
Yeah.
the shoot.
And I think we had some shots where we put a speedball,
Yes.
but the speedball wasn't there.
But at that time, I was into kickboxing a lot. But I was pretending to box something
Yeah.
that wasn't there.
Ooh, yeah, don't mess with her. She's Priya's Revenge, Mary Com, Wonder Woman. Don't mess with the best.
Right?
So then, but I always sort of got you to,
Climb out of my box.
yeah, obviously I was part of that
Process.
the process.
Oh, 100%.
But also, I think even in the Wonder Woman shoot, I couldn't get hold of the sword or the shield.
Yes.
And
You even dressed me up that day. You put my shoes on. You and Charles.
yes,
Charles was doing my
yes.
hair. Yes.
No, we did. So this shot here, so you can see basically the shield, and you can actually see the sword here.
Yeah.
That wasn't in shot. So this is why this lady is remarkable on the photography studio side, because I say, right, just hold it there, just make sure there's enough rooms I can put a handle in there, bring your arm up and do this, and she's like, okay. And then I'm saying breathe in
Another uncomfortable position.
and then
And
we
hold
get
it
the
there
shot.
for the longest time.
So, and then we just put that stuff in post, and I think it came out quite well on that type of thing as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
But yeah, no, we have done serious ones as you've mentioned. Bring back our girls, the anti-trafficking.
Cancer shoot.
Yeah, we also threw milk
Breast-
at you there.
Yeah, that one.
So
all
there
in
was,
the name of fun and seriousness.
but there is one photo that I like that Donna didn't like.
Oh, yeah, gosh, no.
But I thought it was such a cute pic.
Of course you're going to say that.
It was a pic that it was one of the recent ones. It was
I
almost
just
like
know which one you're going to show.
so. It was one of the recent ones, and it was a sort of a one light setup that we used. It was a beauty dish, so she looked beautiful. She didn't look ragged. She didn't look beaten. She didn't look. Yeah, it was a denim shoot. You knew.
I
could
know which
see.
one you're going to show them. Not even okay.
So this one, I'm going to bring down the fit to screen here.
Oh my God.
Now, look at that
Oh
smile.
my God, that's not even a
That-
smile. That looks like I'm going to swallow the whole world.
But she looks so happy. I thought it was a stunning, and I've used this image
Yeah, he has.
because I think it's
And I
absolutely.
hate it.
But we do makeup, and we say, okay, well then we use the serious one, and then this one Donna likes because she's serious.
Yeah, because I'm serious. Because you know how serious I am.
Yeah. So there's those type of shoots we've done, and I think which one of the desert ones we did some locations. So it's not all been studio.
Mind Dump.
I mean the
What was
mind
the
dump
Mind
one.
Dump? Yeah, the one we did with the red jacket.
So what I'm going to do
Oh,
is
yes.
bring this one up. So I'm just going to put it full screen. Oh, it is full screen, so that's cool. So what I loved about this image, I'm speaking to the people here at the moment. So what I loved about this image, which I'm going to point out now, is the color of the sky. It was like overcast, it was windy, it was stormy weather that was about to come in, and we were sandblasted.
That's why I'm laughing.
Literally the wind picked up and you were sandblasted. I think my buddy Paul was also
Yes.
on there. He was holding one of the 1500 by 1800, I think, reflectors, holding it like this, and I thought he was going to take off.
I don't even know how I stood straight and took that photo. Like my face was all over the place. I had sand in my nose and my mouth. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was like, no, this is going to be the worst image.
And we did a couple of outfits actually on this location. So literally Donna had to change
In that way.
in this wind and this sandblasting and everything else. It was actually quite a miracle that we actually got images.
That's what I said. I don't know how you got a single image out of this.
And this was actually, I think maybe it wasn't this one, but one of these images were in that magazine in India
Oh, yes,
as well.
yes.
And I think that was this one here.
Oh, yes, that was the one.
So there it is. Nice sand mine dumps in Joburg. So if anyone's thinking, oh, where were they? This is Joburg. And we found that location, and I don't think we can get there anymore because it's been all sort of closed off. Maybe because of the radioactive sand.
The one you
Joking.
tortured me with.
But just to show you how windy it was, there's the one shot where the sand was coming across your dress.
Oh, yes, I think I quite remember.
So literally you can see right across here. You can see the sand flying across.
Crazy,
And
hey?
that's how hectic it was. And obviously Donna with this open chest sort of dress and bare arms and face and the hair being blown, she was like this target.
I don't know how I survived that. It looks so cool now.
Yeah.
But it's not how it felt at the moment. And it was super hot. I think it was felt like 42 degrees or something. It was crazy hot.
It was hot and the wind was warm.
Yeah.
The storm was brewing because you could see in the clouds the storm was actually brewing. So it was very humid for Joburg because normally we have the dry heat, but it was actually warm and sore. Yeah.
Tortured much.
But we did do a winter look on this one, eh?
Yes. The one with the red jacket.
Now, how cute is that?
Cute.
How cute.
I do look wintry.
I mean, when was this shoot?
What? Wasn't that then? On the
It was-
Mind Dump?
Yeah, but when was it? What year?
Oh,
must have been-
Lord.
This also must have been
Oh, wow. That must have
12,
been 10 years ago,
Ooh,
maybe.
how come we still look so good?
Speak for yourself. I don't look so good. That's
No,
you.
look, please. There's no change from
That's
that
his
image
forte, not
and
mine.
and this.
Thanks,
She hasn't
Carl.
aged a
Not
day.
a chance.
I mean, me, I've got grey hairs now. You don't.
But still, that doesn't say anything.
And then we had, we've done other studio stuff, and
Yeah, that's cool.
so this one was also quite a recent one. But I'm not going to point to anything. I'm just going to let the guys see it. So I'm just going to minimize this here, and I'm going to look up at Donna. You look so big.
You're looking in the wrong direction. We're both looking.
No, I'm looking at you up here, and you look so big.
Oh yeah, I do. Am I looking in the right direction?
You're looking in the right
I am.
direction.
I was looking in the right direction. Then I thought we were in the wrong.
Because remember, we're both this side.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, no, it gets a bit confusing, especially when you're trying to look on a green screen behind and we're trying to point to the image, and you might start getting
Confused.
air traffic signals. But yeah, no, this was studio. This is very cool. I actually like this outfit. Even the pattern on the arms and stuff like that. It's actually
Textures.
yeah, the textures of the image. Even though it's quite dark in shadows on the clothing, no fashion designer would probably say, I can't see the detail of my clothing, but I wasn't going for that.
No, you won't.
No, and that's the beauty of photography. I can edit a picture how I really want to look at it.
Should be told.
So yeah, I think, is there anything else that I've forgotten, Donna, that I know that one? Did we show the milk dress? Did we actually show the picture though?
Oh, I don't know.
Ah, so that is the freezing cold 4 hours standing while milk is being poured all over you.
Toss.
No, there was some pouring.
And some tossing.
There was some tossing. And there was some...
That's what I'm saying, tossing.
No, tossing is like, there was thing, but there was some real high impact splashing going on.
Speed shooting.
Yeah, because I think if I actually go back up here, I want to just point out on the actual image here. So this section here is actually where it was high impact milk being thrown at Donna's leg, because we wanted that splashback to create that armor looking effect, because she is meant to be this Indian warrior princess.
If only in real life.
She is. But that's the look that we were going for, and we didn't give her a samurai sword for many reasons, because it was cold and we didn't want her to cut us up.
No, you were too afraid of what I'd do to you because I was cold and you were torturing me.
Yeah, did you cut me up?
Yeah, cut you up.
So we gave her a bit of irrigation pipe. We didn't make her sort of imagine there was something there. We actually gave you something to hold this time.
Yeah.
So that was the thing.
Lucky me.
And then also, what I must say, on the actual face, the blue markings that are actually on the face was actually airbrushed glitter paint stuff.
Yeah.
Makeup that was done there. So that wasn't added in post. That was all done. So we had this funny shape
Pre-shoot. Yeah.
sort of spray painted on, which was airbrushed.
Pretty cool. Hey.
That was cool. But
Oh,
cool.
I think it's been an awesome few years working together.
Few. It's 12.
An awesome million years working together.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's been a lot of good fun.
And a lot of it has been used by international peeps. I think even our trafficking shoots.
Yeah, so a lot of that, I mean, I made available the trafficking stuff for a while for free, just to actually get the stuff out there. And then eventually we actually did start putting it on stock sites, and that stuff has actually been downloaded by so many people. It's been on websites, on well-known charitable anti-trafficking websites that they've used the images on. It's been in magazines. It's been in newspapers. So Donna was on that. I think didn't have a picture of that one because it's actually the most popular one. So other shoots that we do, which is on a serious nature. Obviously with the human trafficking that goes on globally across the world. This is one of the most popular images that has been used on a number of organizations' sites, and it's been in newspapers, it's been all over. So it's quite I think a close thing to your heart with this whole thing. I think that's why you decided to do this shoot with us.
Yeah, I like to get involved in shoots that have a meaning behind it and that can bring about change as far as possible. And this was one of them. I think at the moment we're sitting on 27.6 million victims that are being trafficked worldwide at any given time. So clearly it's quite a serious issue that needs to be addressed.
Yeah. And I think it's just about creating awareness. I mean, it's not like we can stop this thing overnight with doing a photo shoot, but it's just to create that awareness out there, and people are seeing it across social media platforms and other places. So
yeah, just taking the necessary precautions. I think, I mean, they say better to be safe than sorry. So you do what you can in your own capacity. And at the moment, it looks as though as much as men and boys are being trafficked as well, women and girls are at the top of the list. So it's quite, relevant.
Yeah. But so there's another question I want to ask Donna, the model. I knew you at one point you were in full-time modeling.
Yes.
And is there any other careers that you have under your belt?
Absolutely. I am a professional teacher. So I inspire kids. I inspire them. And I think it's important that I'm modeling, if you want to say that, because many people out there have the preconceived idea that modeling is wrong. And that's okay. I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But I believe, and I bring up my kids in this way, not my own personal kids. I don't have any. Carl always disses me for this. They're not my own kids, but I take them as my own, the kids that I teach. I believe that every single one of them they all have strengths and weaknesses. And the reality is that not all of our children are academically strong. And some of them enjoy skills that are not always accepted by society, like modeling. I mean, modeling was never something that was accepted by society at one stage by the older generation. So I believe it's important to show the youth out there that it's okay to be intelligent and have other passions behind you. You don't necessarily have to stick to one career. So I qualified as a teacher. I became a model. I left teaching for a period of time to model full time. Then decided, okay, I wanted to teach again because I missed that aspect of Donna. And I tried to keep modeling as a part-time hobby, if you want to call it that. Yeah, which I quite enjoy.
Love it.
Yeah, I know. He even has a copy in the studio.
Printed. Framed. And every time Donna comes through, she always records it.
I
know. So I know it's a good image because she adds it in on her TikTok feeds.
Not yet, but I will.
But yeah, no, this was a cool image, and I did a short YouTube show on how I actually lit this.
Oh,
I
did
don't know
you?
if you've seen it.
No. My bad.
Subscribe to my channel. So my brand ambassador for KJD Photography doesn't watch my videos.
I was teaching,
Oh,
inspiring young people.
So yeah, I did a whole sort of thing how I lit this, and it was one single light and one softbox and one model.
I was there. So,
This one I didn't make you sweat.
no, I mean, I remember what happened. You said I didn't watch your video.
Okay, yeah, you didn't watch the video, but well, remember this one?
Show
Wait,
me.
I'm gonna bring it up.
Oh, wow. This is the one Tash had done my makeup.
Yeah,
She
so
was pretty good, hey?
so
This was for Tash's website, wasn't
and
it?
that's my wife, yeah.
Yeah.
So she did the makeup, and it was very cool. It was
Yeah.
not overpowering or nothing, but all the highlights, everything was. I mean, you can see actually on the cheekbones and on the top of the lips, all the
Yes.
highlights are in the right place, which is actually
beautiful.
really awesome.
I think she did like an airbrush makeup.
Yeah,
For
so
this
she
one?
used the airbrush foundation, I think, and then did that. And also, who did the hair? I think it was also,
Yeah, it was Tash.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it did, and this was this one. I'm gonna say this one was just an off the spur shoot thing, eh?
Yes, this was.
And it didn't go out too bad,
Not at
and
all.
you didn't have to overwork.
Imagine. For a
But look at the
challenge.
pose.
Graceful.
So yeah, no, that was
Is
that
that
was.
a...
So guys, I hope that was insightful and inspiring, and gave you a bit of an insight on who Donna Naidoo is. Because everyone keeps asking me, who's that girl in the pics? So, so as you can see, as we've been working together for over 12 years, and it's been a lot of fun, and we'll be working for another 20 years.
Holy moly.
I'm not sure if you knew about that.
But thanks for letting me know
Okay,
now.
that's great. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll be doing more sort of things
And
like
his
this.
TikTok
And
handle. What is your TikTok?
KJD Photography.
You should be telling your fans out there.
You're my ambassador.
KJD Photography.
Yeah, so we've actually got a whole load of social media thing, which mainly is KJD Photography on TikTok, KJDphotography.sa on Instagram, and KJD Photography SA on Facebook. And
Donna Naidoo everywhere.
yeah, she's everywhere. If you can't find her, just go to my page, like my page, and you'll find her.
Everybody finds me there.
Thanks, guys, for watching. It's been fun, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.